My beloved child, I invite you to rest for just a moment in the gentle embrace of my everlasting care. For I have witnessed every concern that pulls at your heart, and I long to enfold you with hope that never fades. I am always by your side, watching over your every breath, standing guard when doubts creep in, and lifting you whenever you feel your spirit waver. Do not allow discouragement to cast a long shadow, because I am the light that gently guides your path, forever committed to leading you into peace. Even as you wonder what tomorrow holds, trust that you are never alone, for I am always with you, enveloping you in my infinite love. I am here to remind you that my goodness knows no limit, and my devotion to you cannot be measured by any earthly standard, for it is as vast as the ocean depths and as constant as the rising sun. When the storms of this world rage around you, cling to the certainty that nothing can separate you from my care, and no darkness has the power to extinguish the light I bestow upon you. You may feel weak at times, or uncertain of your abilities, but I delight in showing my strength on behalf of those who humbly lean on me. Have courage, take heart, and breathe in the assurance that I have anchored your destiny in my unwavering promises. My child, I call you by name, claiming you as my own, and I rejoice over the journey you are walking, for I have ordained every step you take and woven purpose into the tapestry of your life. No matter how fierce the winds blow or how dim the road appears, let your soul find respite in the warmth of my constant presence. I know every struggle you face, every silent prayer you raise, and I tenderly remove each burden from your shoulders, replacing it with a hope that expands like dawn's first light. Remember always you are never alone, for I am always with you, enveloping you in my infinite love. You are a precious jewel in my eyes, an irreplaceable creation formed with divine intention and deep affection, and I seek to remind you of how vast your worth truly is. I do not see you through the lens of your past mistakes or current flaws. Instead, I look upon you with mercy and compassion, cherishing the beauty and potential that dwell in your soul. You may sometimes feel overlooked or unappreciated by the world, but I, your Creator, take great delight in every beat of your heart, rejoicing each time your mind turns to me, and each time your spirit flutters with new faith. You have unique gifts and attributes that reflect my own creativity, and I yearn for you to embrace them wholeheartedly, never underestimating the impact you can have on others. It is my joy to watch you grow, stepping out in bravery when doubt tries to hold you back, and responding with love when circumstances tempt you to remain withdrawn. Remember that you are more than an afterthought or a stray stroke in the artwork of creation. Indeed, you are a masterpiece in my eyes, destined to shine in ways you still cannot fully comprehend. Let my unwavering pride in you inspire courage deep within your soul. I take pleasure in how you persevere through difficulties that appear insurmountable. For each challenge you overcome is a testimony to your resilient spirit. When your heart stirs with compassion for others, I smile because it mirrors my own heart. And when you dare to stand for truth amidst confusion, my heavenly chorus celebrates your determination. You are not a mistake, nor are you random in your talents or personality. Every part of you is intended to reflect the beauty of my handiwork. So stand tall in the knowledge of your immeasurable value, rejoicing that I see you, I treasure you, and I remain enthralled by the wonders I have placed within you. I know the heaviness that sometimes descends upon your spirit, those sleepless nights spent wrestling with doubt, anxiety, or the many unknowns that loom before you. I see the tear rolling quietly down your cheek, hidden from everyone else's view. The tear that cries out for an answer, for relief, for a sign that you are not trudging this path alone. I understand the weight on your shoulders when responsibilities grow and your energy wanes, leaving you to wonder if you can possibly meet the demands of tomorrow. Do not believe that I am deaf to your prayers or blind to your anguish, for I am the one who walks right beside you in every midnight hour. There are times when you question your own strength, fearing that you might collapse under the burdens of life-work pressures, family tensions, financial uncertainties. You may think no one else can empathize with your plight. Yet I, the one who formed you, hold you in the center of my heart, fully aware of each trembling breath you take, when disappointment stings you, when relationships break, or when plans fail to materialize. I whisper words of comfort that assure you I am still sovereign over your circumstances. Let the knowledge of my care breathe life into your weary bones, reminding you that even in your darkest valleys, my love glows like a lamp that cannot be snuffed out. I hear the quiet moans of your broken dreams, the silent questions of why has this happened and how much longer can I bear it. I am closer than you realize, like a gentle hand upon your shoulder when you thought you were wholly forsaken. Do not despair if the answers you seek seem delayed, for my timing flows in perfect wisdom, orchestrating events beyond your present comprehension, rather than letting hopelessness take root. Look to me, speak to me from the depths of your heart, and remember that my compassion overflows toward you every moment, saturating your trials with comfort and promise. I am your shield, a bulwark no foe can penetrate, standing steadfast between you and every assault that threatens to overthrow your peace. When you find yourself in the middle of fierce spiritual battles or overwhelming personal challenges, let the truth of my protection anchor you. The storms may roar, the waves may crash, but my presence remains unmovable, an immovable wall of grace that shelters you beneath its shadow. Think of how a mother bird spreads her wings over her chicks. So do I stretch my arms wide around you, keeping you from ultimate harm, forging a safe space where your soul can breathe again. Yes, I am your refuge in every storm, the restful harbor for your anxious mind when the gales of confusion blow without mercy. You might see destruction or chaos swirling around you, but I am the haven where the world's clamor is hushed. Despite the storms, I quietly whisper, "Be still," bringing calm to your inner turmoil. Trust that I am constant, unshaken, and wholly committed to safeguarding you through every season and trial. Even if your eyes cannot see the solutions I have prepared, know that my plan is always at work, weaving each thread of your circumstances into a tapestry of hope, goodness, and redemption. Right now, in realms you cannot behold with human sight, I am opening doors no one can shut, gently leading you to opportunities meant specifically for your growth. Perhaps you have been searching for direction, asking where to go next or how to escape a difficult situation. Take courage in the knowledge that I have already begun to pave the way. Like a master weaver, I am aligning circumstances, connecting you to the right people, placing you in the right environments, and unlocking possibilities meant to bless not only you, but also those whose lives you will touch. Let your heart rest in the certainty that my plan for you is not random, but precise, authored by one who knows every breath you take, In moments when you feel battered by adversity, do not succumb to despair, for these trials cannot overshadow my unstoppable intention to guide and bless you. I use even the toughest challenges to refine your character, to deepen your empathy, to mature your perspective, and ultimately to bring forth greater breakthroughs. So, when fear whispers that your future is bleak, remind your soul that I have promised you my abiding protection, my constant presence, and my relentless provision. Stand tall in the knowledge that you are enveloped by my unstoppable power, and let my whisper of reassurance drown out the roar of anxiety that seeks to tear at your peace. I call you to pray, not as an empty ritual, but as the living breath of communication between a child and a loving father. Talk to me as you go about your day when your heart stirs with gratitude. Pour it out before me. When frustrations gnaw at your mind, share them openly with me. You don't need elaborate phrases or ceremonial expressions. Let your words flow naturally from the wellspring of your spirit. I listen more intently to the language of your heart than to the structure of your sentences. So do not hesitate to come to me with your joys, your doubts, your failings, or your wildest dreams. I soak in your every syllable with deep affection. It warms me when you choose to cast your cares at my feet, trusting that I am able to sustain you with a love so mighty it can calm the fiercest seas. Open your mouth to speak my name, even in a whisper, and watch the shadows recede, for your words of faith invite my light to fill the crevices of your fears. Do not hold back or imagine I am too distant or too holy to care about the small stuff of your everyday life. I am intimately invested in the details, your worries about tomorrow's schedule, your concerns about finances, the relationships that occupy your thoughts, the personal goals you keep tucked away. My heart beats in anticipation of your every prayer. Trust, dear one, that my ears are not slow to hear, nor are my hands slow to intervene on your behalf. Even when you cannot see the evidence of my activity, I am quietly shifting mountains in the background, aligning resources and nudging people to cross your path at precisely the right moment. Let your prayer life be a reservoir of calm in a chaotic world, a place where you find my comforting presence always waiting, always ready to carry your burdens. You are never interrupting me, never requiring me to hurry up or alter my schedule. I exist outside of time, and my compassion for you knows no limits. So come boldly, come often, and come believing that I will respond in my perfect way. In the secret place of honest prayer, you will receive clarity for decisions that once seemed impenetrable, and you will discover peace that transcends all understanding. You may be wrestling with big questions. Should I take this job? Should I move to that city? How do I mend this broken relationship? Present these uncertainties to me with an open heart, and my spirit will gently guide you, whether through a quiet nudge, a timely insight, or a scripture verse that suddenly takes on new life. Remain attentive and be patient, for my guidance unfolds like the blooming of a flower, gracefully, steadily, revealing its radiance one petal at a time. I promise that I have prepared a bright future for you, an abundant harvest of blessings that surpasses the scope of your present horizon. The hardships of today will not last forever, and the sun will rise on a new morning where your heart brims with fresh joy. Picture in your mind the parted sea for my children long ago, the water made wine at a wedding feast, the blind eyes opened by a compassionate touch. These are not mere tales of old, but echoes of my unchanging power, still alive and active for those who place unwavering faith in me. Let your spirit dwell on my miraculous history, and let it fuel your anticipation for what I can do in your life. Though you may be walking through a desert, do not forget that I can cause streams to flow in barren land. If you find yourself in a fiery furnace of trials, remember my presence that kept my servants unharmed in the midst of the flames. Your story, too, is woven into the grand tapestry of redemption, and my grace is always enough to carry you from one mountaintop to the next valley, and eventually, beyond every struggle. Do not be swayed by the brevity of your circumstances. Place your focus on my eternal perspective. Watch as I turn your sorrow into dancing, your tears into testimonies, and your doubts into abiding convictions. Trust that there is indeed a purpose behind your pain, a deeper meaning to each season of waiting, and a reward for every act of faithfulness, no matter how small it might appear. When you place your life in my hands, you step into a storyline of hope, shaped by a loving author who pours grace upon every chapter. I delight in seeing you flourish, even amid adversity, for I know that these experiences refine your soul, forging perseverance, kindness, empathy, and wisdom. Imagine yourself standing at the threshold of tomorrow, equipped with the lessons of yesterday, stepping forward fearlessly because you know I walk beside you. You have the freedom to dream big, to pray audaciously, to trust that my resources are limitless. If you are haunted by the fear of lack, rest in my promise that I will supply every need, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual. If you are weighed down by guilt from a painful past, remember that I specialize in new beginnings, wiping the slate clean and clothing you with forgiveness. If you are anxious about the future, let my word remind you that I hold the entire cosmos in the hollow of my hand, from the mightiest star to the smallest seed, and I will not fail you. Yes, these troubles will pass, and you will one day stand as a witness to my saving power, proclaiming my faithfulness to those who endure their own dark nights of the soul. For every tear that falls, I provide comfort. For every sorrow that drains you, I offer rest. For every doubt that assaults your confidence, I infuse hope. Pause for a moment and truly consider how many storms in your past have I already guided you through. How many times have I carried you when you thought you had no strength left to stand? Let the memory of those rescues embolden your faith, stirring your heart to believe in the wonders yet to come. My beloved, I urge you to set your sight on the horizon, for the dawn always follows the darkest hours. My mercies greet you each morning like a fresh sunrise, painting the sky with the promise of a new start. Do not let the enemy of your soul convince you that your best days are gone, or that failure has defined your destiny. I am the same God who can breathe life into dry bones, who can speak order into chaos, and I stand ready to renew your spirit, restore your vision, and rebuild whatever has been broken. Look up, for your redemption draws near, and the brightness of my presence overshadows every gloom. I also remind you to open your heart to the healing power of my joy. Even in circumstances that appear bleak, my joy is not a superficial escape, but a divine force that permeates your innermost being, granting resilience in trials and laughter in the face of hardship. Let that joy be a shield against the lies that might whisper, "It's impossible. You are too broken. You are alone." No, my child, you are never alone, for I am always with you, enveloping you in my infinite love. And where my presence dwells, joy naturally abides, blossoming like a flower in the desert of despair. If you worry that your prayers are too large or too numerous, let me reassure you I delight in your dependence on me. Bring your boldest requests, your deepest heartaches, your grandest hopes, for my heart brims with compassion toward you, and my hands are wide open to bless. Do not be ashamed to ask, nor to ask again, for I am a good father who knows how to give good gifts to my children. Your fervent pleas do not annoy me. They warm my heart because it signals that you trust my ability to intervene. Let your daily life be interwoven with prayer, saturating every moment with the awareness that I am right there, listening, guiding, and responding in ways that might astonish you. Fear not the uncertain road ahead. Instead, embrace the knowledge that I go before you, leveling mountains, parting rivers, and lighting your path. Just as I led my people through the wilderness with a pillar of fire by night and a cloud by day, I will illuminate your journey with my wisdom, ensuring that no darkness can mislead you forever. Even if you wander off course, my hand will reach out to redirect you onto safer ground. I only ask that you remain attentive to my voice, open to my leading, and willing to trust that my ways, though higher than yours, are always for your good. My child, I remind you that you can release your regrets into my safekeeping, for I am adept at turning mistakes into stepping stones for growth. No misstep is irreversible in my plan. No regret is beyond my healing power. I weave all things together for the good of those who love me, turning even the ashes of disappointment into a testimony of redemption. Where you see only a dead end, I see a door of opportunity waiting to be opened at the right moment. So do not let guilt paralyze you or shame silence your prayers. Draw near and let my grace restore your confidence. Rejoice that you stand on the brink of new beginnings with me, that your future is awash in possibilities shaped by my guidance. If you are anxious about a project or a relationship, if you harbor dreams that seem impractical or far-fetched, present them to me, trusting in my infinite resources. Let me place the right keys in your hand, keys that unlock doors of favor, revelation, and influence, guiding you toward the destiny I've prepared. Always remember, no matter how ordinary you feel, you walk with an extraordinary God who can spin the simplest offering into an act that changes destinies. Should you falter under the weight of discouragement, fix your eyes on my word, for it stands eternal and unchanging. Reflect on how I rescued my beloved children throughout the ages, how I made a covenant with Abraham, parted the Red Sea for Moses, anointed David to slay a giant, and strengthened Paul in prison. See that my track record is flawless, my faithfulness proven across centuries and continents. Let these truths plant seeds of unwavering faith deep within your heart, seeds that will germinate into unwavering confidence in my unwavering commitment to you. It is my great desire that you love freely, forgive eagerly, and serve gladly, mirroring my own actions of compassion. Not only do I want to show you my wonders, but I also want to work wonders through you, blessing the hearts of those around you, touching lives that cross your path, and shining my light in corners of darkness that only you can reach. Yes, I have entrusted you with the capacity to bring hope and healing to a weary world. So do not shrink back. Do not hide the gifts I've planted in you, but step forth boldly, trusting that my strength will compensate for every shortcoming. In your quiet hours, let the reality of my love sink in. I am not a distant deity judging from afar, but a compassionate Father who knows the number of hairs on your head, who comprehends your thoughts from afar, and who orchestrates help when you least expect it. My presence is the very air you breathe, the song that sings in the background of your soul. You may not always feel me or see tangible signs, but rest assured, I am there, weaving my grace into every breath you take. My plan for you includes not only personal growth, but also the abundant joy of relationships anchored in my love. Pray for those around you. Show kindness to the stranger. Restore the broken bond with that friend or relative, and watch how I breathe new life into those interactions. My presence stands ready to bless your family, your community, and every relationship that you entrust to me. Where bitterness once lodged in your heart, I pour my healing mercy. Where misunderstandings festered, I pave ways for reconciliation. Rely on me and see how your life story intertwines with others for mutual edification. Your resilience is tested in this broken world. Yet let me assure you that no trial is wasted under my watch. The difficulties you face refine you like gold in the fire, removing impurities of fear, doubt, and resentment, shaping in you a reflection of my righteousness. So do not bemoan the seasons of testing, for they are preludes to breakthroughs. My child, remain steadfast under these tests, and you will see that I have orchestrated them to produce in you a depth of maturity that will serve as a blessing for many. You may have read or heard countless times about my power, my compassion, my faithfulness, and my love. But now I invite you to experience them firsthand, to taste and see that I am good. Do not hesitate to trust me, to place both feet firmly on the foundation of my promises, for you will find that my word holds true. The world may shift, traditions may pass, but I remain the same, steadfast and unwavering, and my heart toward you is saturated with grace. Let that truth be the anchor that calms you in restless seas, the steady hold that keeps your mind from spiraling in anxiety. As you look ahead, envision the victory I have in store, the transformations that will occur as you continue to yield your life to my shaping hand. Picture the relationships that will heal, the blessings that will unfold, and the peace that will nestle into your heart once you embrace my leading wholeheartedly. Each day is a gift, an opportunity to realign your steps with my path, to discard the old, harmful patterns, and to embrace new habits grounded in my counsel. Do not let weariness or cynicism cheat you of the wonders I have prepared. Dare to dream again, to hope again, and to trust me again. No matter how many times you've stumbled, how many tears you've shed, or how many regrets you hold, my love for you will never fade. Even if you have run in the opposite direction, I remain steadfastly near, ready to welcome you back into open arms, my child, my beloved. No sin you have committed is beyond the reach of my grace. No mistake is beyond my correction, and no shame is strong enough to overshadow my forgiveness. So come boldly, resting in the knowledge that nothing can outdistance my boundless mercy, and watch how my love engulfs every aspect of your life, repairing what was broken and invigorating what was once dull and lifeless. I bless you and your family with my peace, the peace that transcends earthly logic and quiets the storms raging in your thoughts. Walk forward in my calm assurance that I, your heavenly Father, have secured your footing, provided your shield, and readied a path that leads to flourishing. My blessing extends beyond mere words. It carries the tangible reality of my presence, ensuring that no adversity can conquer you and no darkness can forever rob you of hope. Stand in that blessing, letting your faith speak louder than fear, and witness how my goodness overflows into every corner of your existence. Look forward with confidence, for the best is yet to come, shaped by my wisdom and sustained by my power. There is no limit to what I can do in your life, how I can use you to touch others, or how I can enhance your joy despite the brokenness of this world. Know that I am intensely dedicated to your growth and your ultimate good. So hold on to hope. My beloved, step into each new day clothed in the boldness of my promises, and trust that my perfect love casts out every fear. You are never alone, for I am always with you, enveloping you in my infinite love. I see the desire in your heart, the longing for something greater than your current understanding. I want you to know that your worth is beyond measure because I created you in my own image. From the moment you breathed your first breath, I placed my light within you, even when you doubt your place in this world. Remember that you carry my divine fingerprint. Your life is not a random string of events. It is a tapestry woven with eternal threads of purpose. You are here, set apart, and I have called you by name. You are never alone. I am with you forever. Sometimes, you look at the challenges before you and wonder if you can endure. I see the silent tears that no one else notices, and I am moved by your pain. So do not think for a moment that you are overlooked. I am the one who wipes away every tear, even those that fall in the darkness of night. Your heartbreak is real, but my comfort is even more real. Take heart, for I draw near to the brokenhearted and rescue those who are crushed in spirit. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I know how often you question your ability to stand firm when the storms rage. Like a mighty fortress, I am your shield and stronghold. When the winds of doubt and fear try to uproot you, I anchor you in my steadfast love. Think about the promise in Psalms. Though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the sea, I am your refuge. My word still holds true for you today. Nothing can shatter the foundation I have placed beneath your feet. Though storms persist, your faith will not fail. I bless you. Walk forward in peace. You wonder if my presence is truly for you, or if it belongs only to those you deem more worthy. Let me remind you, my grace flows freely for all. Your mistakes, your regrets, your frailties, none of these can hinder my compassionate heart. Like a spring in the desert, my mercy bursts forth to refresh every parched soul. Even when you feel undeserving, my arms remain wide open. I urge you to approach me with confidence, knowing that I have already prepared a place for you at my table of fellowship. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. Take a moment to look back at how far I have already carried you, the times you thought you would never survive. Yet here you are. That is not mere coincidence. It is my faithfulness manifested in your life. Each breath you take is a testimony that I am not finished with you yet. When you are tempted to despair, remember my steady hand that has guided you from the day you were formed in the womb. As I spoke in Genesis, I created you and declared you good. That declaration still resonates. I watch over you in every breath you take. Have you ever felt the warmth of the sun on your face after a long, cold night? My presence is just like that radiant sunrise. Sometimes, all you see is darkness, but I urge you to trust that dawn is on the horizon. Recall how I led my people by a pillar of fire in Exodus, providing light in the midst of wilderness nights. I do the same for you now. Even if shadows linger, my brilliance will break through, transforming your life with new purpose and vigor. You have my favor. Trust in my plan. You may feel like a hidden gem, buried under layers of daily struggles, unnoticed by those around you. But I see beyond what the world sees. I know the splendor of your soul, for I placed it there myself. No matter how much dirt seems to accumulate, I can still see your inherent radiance. Let me dust you off and set you where you can shine in my light. Just like I chose David, a shepherd boy overlooked by many, I choose you for greatness beyond your imagination. I cover you with my grace and lead you toward life. Remember that even when doubts flood your mind, they cannot overpower my truth. In the Gospel of John, I declared myself the light of the world, and that light cannot be overcome by the darkness. So whenever despair tries to cloud your vision, lift your eyes to me. Let my word be a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. I will always illuminate the way forward, even if it is just one step at a time. Though the shadows threaten, my radiance prevails. Look forward with hope, for I am working in your midst. I see your dreams, those fragile hopes you tuck away for fear they might be trampled by disappointment. Do you know that I cherish each one of them? I treasure your aspirations, and I nurture them in my perfect timing. Just as I heard Hannah's heartfelt cry in Scripture, I hear yours. Do not be ashamed of how much you long for something better. I placed desires within you for a reason, and in my appointed season, they will flourish. Wait on me, even when the waiting feels endless. You are never alone. I am with you forever. The path may feel steep, and you might think you lack the strength to climb. But I am your source of power when you feel powerless. Think about the times you believed you were at your limit, yet somehow found the resolve to take another step. That resolve was my spirit, whispering courage into your heart. I do not merely observe your journey. I walk beside you, matching each stride you take. Trust me to carry the burdens you cannot. My might is made perfect in your weakness. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Sometimes you question whether you truly matter in the grand story unfolding around you. Let me assure you, I do not create anything without purpose. From the smallest flower to the grandest galaxy, everything finds its meaning in my design. So do you. Your life is significant, your presence essential, and your unique perspective valuable. I am weaving a tapestry of hope and redemption, and you are a vital thread in its fabric. Each choice you make and every act of love contributes to something larger than you can see. I bless you. Walk forward in peace. Your heart yearns to experience my fullness, but your mind wrestles with doubts. That conflict does not scare me. I understand your questions, your skepticism, and I am patient with you. In Revelation, I speak of myself as the Alpha and the Omega, your beginning and your end. I already know every bend in the road you will take. Let your curiosity guide you closer to me rather than away, for I am not threatened by honest seeking. My truth stands firm, like an unshakable mountain. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. I want you to realize that my love for you existed long before you even knew my name. When you struggle to grasp this, recall the story of the prodigal son in the Gospels. He believed his failures had disqualified him from grace, yet he was welcomed with open arms. That same unconditional embrace is available to you right now. If your heart condemns you, remember that I am greater than your heart. I see every wound, every shortcoming, and still I call you beloved. I watch over you in every breath you take. Even though life sometimes feels like an endless race, I invite you to pause and rest in me, like a shepherd leading his flock to still waters. I gently guide you toward tranquility. Your soul was not designed to run on empty. Take my yoke upon you, for it is easy, and my burden is light. When you slow down enough to notice my hand, you will see that I am working all things for your good. Embrace this rest as an act of trust. You have my favor. Trust in my plan. I know the questions that keep you up at night. Questions about tomorrow, about whether you will have enough strength or enough resources. I assure you, I am the provider of every good and perfect gift. Like the manna I rain down for my people in the wilderness. My provision comes in ways that exceed human understanding. So release your fears about what you will eat or wear, and allow yourself to believe that I do not forsake my children. My storehouses are limitless, and my generosity knows no bounds. I cover you with my grace and lead you toward life. You may see giants in your path, daunting challenges that threaten to overwhelm you. But remember how David defeated Goliath not with armor or earthly power, but with faith in me. Do not let the size of your obstacles dwarf your confidence in my sovereignty. I am the God who made the heavens and the earth, and nothing is too difficult for me. The greatest mountains crumble at my command, and the fiercest waves still at my rebuke. Step forward boldly, for I fight on your behalf. Look forward with hope, for I am working in your midst. Every time you pray, do not doubt the potency of your words. Prayer is not a ritual void of power. It is a direct line to my heart. Even when you feel you have no words left, your tears speak volumes to me. As I heard Moses' plea in Exodus and parted the Red Sea, so I hear your cries for deliverance today. Never underestimate the difference a single whispered prayer can make. I treasure every heartfelt petition and respond in ways that align with my perfect wisdom. You are never alone. I am with you forever. Let me remind you that you are more than your present circumstances. Perhaps you have faced rejection or loss, and you wonder if these trials define you. They do not. In Genesis, I formed humanity with a grand destiny, breathing my own breath into each one. That breath of life still flows within you. You have a story that transcends this temporary chapter. Do not be disheartened by what your eyes see. Trust in the unseen realms where I am orchestrating a greater plan. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you in my kingdom. Even what seems like the smallest act of kindness holds infinite value. When you extend compassion to someone in need, you reflect my heart to the world. Think of how the widow's mite in Scripture was praised because she gave out of her poverty. It was not the size of her gift, but the faith behind it that moved my spirit. Likewise, your gentlest gestures can echo throughout eternity, reminding others of my presence. You are never too small to make a big impact when moved by love. I bless you. Walk forward in peace. Perhaps you feel the weight of past failures, as though they create a barrier between you and my grace. But I have already torn the veil that stood between us. Remember how the temple curtain was split from top to bottom when I completed my sacrifice on the cross. That symbolic act signaled open access to my heart, unrestricted by sin or shame. So come boldly into my presence. Your yesterday does not define your tomorrow. My redemptive power is unlimited, and I rewrite stories that seem destined for sorrow. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. I witness your moments of loneliness, when you believe no one truly sees you. Yet, I see you clearer than you see yourself. Like Hagar in Genesis, who called me the God who sees, I am intimately aware of every tear, every hope, and every quiet smile you share. you are never invisible to me. I cherish every thought you have, even the ones you hide from the world. So let go of the lie that you are unnoticed. My eyes are upon you with love and delight. I watch over you in every breath you take. When fears rise up like towering walls, recall the words I spoke, "Do not be afraid, for I am with you." That promise resonates throughout Scripture, from the Psalms declaring me as a refuge to the Gospels revealing me as the Good Shepherd. Fear tries to paralyze you, but my Spirit empowers you to stand firm, even when circumstances tempt you to shrink back. My perfect love casts out all fear. Feel my calm presence displacing anxiety. Remember, I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power and love. You have my favor. Trust in my plan. Sometimes, life's routine dulls your sense of wonder, and you forget that I am still the God of miracles. Look around you, the complexity of creation, the order of the cosmos, the miraculous birth of new life. All these stand as eternal witnesses of my infinite capability. Miracles are not just events of the past. They unfold continually around those who have eyes of faith. Anticipate my supernatural touch even in the ordinary. I delight in surprising you with my generosity. Let your expectations rise with each new day. I cover you with my grace and lead you toward life. I am aware that at times you struggle to forgive yourself for what you consider unforgivable. Yet, my forgiveness is not dictated by human standards, as far as the east is from the west. So I remove your transgressions from you. Release the burden of guilt and shame that weighs on your spirit. When I say you are cleansed, believe me. When I say you are renewed, take me at my word. Do not allow the voice of condemnation to overshadow the voice of your Creator. My mercy triumphs over judgment. Look forward with hope, for I am working in your midst. Guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life. This world may try to harden you with cynicism or drown you in hopelessness, but remember that I am greater. In the Gospel of John, I said, "Take heart, I have overcome the world." This victory remains a present reality for you. My Spirit lives in you, granting you wisdom to discern truth and courage to persevere in adversity. Keep your heart tender toward the things that matter: love, faith, compassion. In doing so, you partner with me in spreading light wherever you go. You are never alone. I am with you forever. At times, you might question whether I truly hear your cries for help. I assure you, my ears are always inclined to your prayers, like a shepherd who knows the distinct call of each sheep. I am attuned to your voice, even when you cannot articulate your pain. My spirit intercedes with groanings that words cannot express. Allow this truth to dissolve your doubts. I am the God who listens, the one who answers in ways beyond your comprehension. Keep asking, keep knocking, for I am faithful. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I created you to reflect my nature in the world around you. Every time you show kindness, speak truth, or display grace, you mirror my image. Even in the midst of setbacks, you carry a divine capacity to love beyond your limits. Let that capacity flourish by staying connected to me. Like a branch draws life from the vine, you draw your vitality from my presence. The more you abide in me, the more effortlessly you will bear fruit that blesses others. Never underestimate the power of simple acts done in my name. I bless you. Walk forward in peace. Peace is not the absence of conflict, but the presence of my Spirit in the midst of it. When the storms of chaos swirl, I offer you a calm that confounds human reasoning. In the same way I spoke, "Peace, be still," to the raging sea, I speak serenity into the depths of your soul. Let my peace guard your heart and mind, fortifying you against the onslaught of worry. Even if everything around you crumbles, my foundation remains secure. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. Have you noticed my subtle guidance in moments that seem coincidental? Those nudges to pick up the phone and call a friend, the sudden peace that descends when anxiety grips you, or the random acts of kindness you witness. These are no coincidences. They are my gentle orchestrations, a reminder that my hand is ever present. Embrace these divine appointments, for they pave the path to deeper connection with me. In your willingness to follow these prompts, you discover a life enriched by purpose. I watch over you in every breath you take. When pain lingers and seems relentless, remember that I am the healer of shattered hearts and wounded spirits. In the Psalms, it is written, "I heal the brokenhearted and bind up their wounds." This promise holds true for you in every season. Let me apply the salve of my love to your hurts, no matter how deep they run. Over time, scars become testimonies of my restorative grace. Do not let your scars define you. Let them remind you that you survived and that I was with you through it all. You have my favor, trust in my plan. Lean into me when you feel uncertain about the path ahead. Your future may appear foggy, but I see it with perfect clarity. As I declared through the prophet Jeremiah, I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Take comfort in that. Even if your current road leads through valleys, my rod and staff guide you toward lush pastures. I am the GPS of your soul, never leading you astray, but steering you toward abundant life. Believe that I already stand in your tomorrows. I cover you with my grace and lead you toward life. Rejoice in the small victories, for they are glimpses of my ongoing work in your life. When you overcome a negative thought, show patience in a stressful situation, or choose to forgive someone who hurt you, you participate in my kingdom's growth within you. Celebrate these steps, no matter how minor they seem. Do you see how each moment of obedience stitches you closer to my heart? Like seeds that eventually bloom into a vibrant garden, your daily choices flourish into a testimony of my power. Look forward with hope, for I am working in your midst. When you look in the mirror, try to see yourself through my eyes. You are not a random collection of cells. You are my handcrafted masterpiece. I formed your being with infinite detail and breathed my life into you. Yes, you have imperfections, but do not allow them to overshadow the radiant spark of my image within. Embrace the uniqueness that I wove into your design. Remember, my strength is showcased in your weaknesses, and my grace completes your incomplete parts. You are never alone. I am with you forever. Keep seeking me, even when you feel unworthy or distant. Know that my arms are open wide, always. Like the father who waited for his prodigal child, I wait eagerly for you to take even one step toward me. The moment you turn, you will find I have been running to you all along. My desire is not to shame you, but to restore you to the fullness of my love. Do not let guilt or regret block your path. Confess, release, and let my mercy wash over you. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I have witnessed your hidden battles, those internal struggles you are reluctant to share. I see how you wrestle with negative thoughts or old wounds that resurface. My heart yearns to free you from the chains of your past. Remember how I delivered my people from slavery and exodus. I specialize in setting captives free and leading them into spacious places. Let me break every shackle that tries to hold you back. Hand over your burdens and watch me transform your pain into a story of deliverance. I bless you. Walk forward in peace. Yes, I am the author of grand miracles, but I am also the God of quiet wonders. That gentle reassurance you sense in your spirit, that is my whisper of hope. The unexpected kindness from a stranger, that is my reflection in the world. Keep your heart open to these daily signs of my affection. They may not always come with thunder or lightning, but they come with unwavering consistency. By recognizing my subtle fingerprints, you train your spirit to rest in my constant companionship. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you.